It's now time for the Rebirth Sports full game recap. We go all the way back to January 31st of the year 2024 when the Nashville Predators were at home facing off against the LA Kings. Head coach Andrew Burnett deployed his lines in the following way: Forsberg, O'Reilly, and Nyquist, Trennan, Sissons, and Gurianov, Novak, Glass, and Evangelista, Smith, McCarron, and Tomasino. Your defensive pairings: Alex Carrier out of this game with an injury, Yossi and Fabro, McDonough and Shen, Luzon and Barry. Into the game, getting the start is UC Saros, and it's Riddick coming up with the save of the game to start with Fabro, plus the follow-up by Trennan. Those are the first and second shots on goal of the game. At the 2:20 mark of the first period, UC Saros coming up with his first save of the game on Grunstrom. At the 2:59 mark of the first period, UC Saros coming up with the save on Dano. At 4:08 of the first period, it's Kempe hitting the crossbar from the left circle off the rush. At the 5:22 spot of the first period, it's Riddick. Big save Dave coming with a save with the captain, Roman Yossi at 6:03. Riddick comes up with another save on Glass at 8:41. Riddick comes up with a save on Dante Fabro. And then at 8:50, just 9 seconds after that save on Fabro, it is Grunstrom breaking through for the first goal of the game, giving the LA Kings a 1-0 lead, his 8th goal of the season. He walked in and sniped on the 2-on-1 after Luke Evangelista's really rough turnover in the neutral zone. It was downright ugly. Luke Evangelista turns the puck over. That allows Grunstrom to walk in and pick his spot, and he definitely picked a great spot. Bar down, LA 1-0, 10-10 of the first period. Now Saros comes with a save on Moore at the 11:03 mark of the first period. You see Saros comes with a save on LaFerriere and a follow-up by Anderson Dolan, and the tuck under the arm by UC Saros. He prevents the puck from going in just by a few threads of the jersey. 12:21 of the first period. Riddick coming with a save on Tomasino, plus his follow-up at the 13:37 mark of the first period. UC Saros coming up with a save on Roy's long shot at 14:51. Riddick comes up with a save on Luke Shen. 15:38 of the first period. UC Saros coming up with a save on Lewis at the 16:26 mark of the first period. It's Riddick coming up with a save on Gurianov at the 18:59 mark of the first period. It's Roy off to the box. 2 minutes for slashing, giving us our first special teams action of the game. The Nashville Predators onto the power play, and they seem to completely lose clock awareness as time just fizzles away and dissolves like sands through the hourglass as Philip Forsberg dances and dazzles and does everything but put the puck onto the net. So the Nashville Predators seem to just lose awareness here at the end of the period. We hit the end of the first period. It is the Preds out shooting the LA Kings 14-11, but LA holds the 1-goal lead. Carryover of the power play into the second period will be 59 seconds for the Nashville Predators. So we go on to the clean sheet. We find Big Save Dave coming up with a save on Philip Forsberg, and that would be it for the Nashville Predators. They'd be unable to generate more than one shot on goal to start the second period. All that planning during intermission led to one shot. 1:01 of the second period. UC Saros coming with a save on Dano at the 1:40 mark of the second period. It's Riddick coming with a save on Glass at the 3:25 mark of the second period. It's Dante Fabro off the box. 2 minutes for holding. Riddick is going to come with a save on Colton Sissons' breakaway, plus the secondary rebound putback was easily Riddick's best save of the game up to this point, and maybe in its entirety. A huge save on the breakaway, but an even bigger save on the follow-up. Sissons unable to convert on the shorthanded breakaway situation just after the power play expires, the 5:36 mark. So 11 seconds after the power play expires, it's Turcotte getting his first goal of his career. So first goal of the season. It was a short side finish after the Kings just walked into the Nashville Predators defensive zone. The Preds were in the middle of a change and perhaps got confused, lost their assignments, whatever it was. They did not lay a finger on Turcotte or the other LA Kings coming into the zone. It was truly some of the softest defense you're going to find, and the Nashville Predators found themselves down 2-0. Congratulations to Turcotte. I watched his dad score his first goal as a New York Ranger, and now I watch him score his first goal here as an LA King. What a bizarre life. Short side finish there for Turcotte. His first goal of his career gives LA a 2-0 lead in this game at the 6:10 mark of the second period. So immediately after, we see Barry putting the puck in the net. It was a rebound put back through the 5-hole, and we see the play be challenged for goaltender interference. After a somewhat lengthy delay, the play would be overturned. No goal, so rewind the clock, take the goal off the board, make the score be 2-0 again in favor of LA. But it was a great job by Barry getting through that rebound and putting it back through the 5-hole before it was overturned on review for goaltender interference. Incidental interference, so no penalty. 9:51 now of the second period. Riddick coming up with a save on Gurianov. 10:48 mark of the second. And Saros coming up with a save on Kevin Fiala. 12:21 of the second. And Saros coming with a save on Anderson Dolan at the 13:13 mark of the second period. It's UC Saros coming with a save on Lewis at 14:42 of the second. It's Riddick coming with a save on Dante Fabro at the 15:02 mark of the second period. It's Riddick coming with a save on Luzon. Teams continue to trade chances. Nashville Predators got the next chance at 16:22 when Forsberg has the jam attempt at the post. It is stopped right there by big save Dave Riddick. And this was a positional save because he never saw it coming. There was no way to anticipate that this play was coming from Forsberg, who suddenly got the benefit of a good bounce and stepped out from the post trying to jam the puck in. Riddick coming up with another incredible save here in the second period. 17:47 out of the second period. Stars coming with a save on Kevin Fiala at 18:54 of the second. It's Riddick coming with a save on the captain Romanos. We hit the end of the second period. Nashville Predators down by 2 goals out, shooting LA 24-21. We go to the backside of the sheet to start the beginning of the third period on a clean sheet at Bridgestone Arena. We are 2:15 into the third period. Slow start for both teams. It's Riddick coming in with a save on Luzon for the first shot on goal of the third period. The 2:51 mark. Action starts to pick up quickly, though, as Dowdy's off the box. 2 minutes for interference. Dave Riddick is about to clock in and go to work right here. First save is on Barry. Then the next save is on the captain, Romagnosi. Tommy Novak gets a good look in close before Nyquist hits the post. There was one other opportunity for the Nashville Predators, so 5 opportunities, and all 4 had to be turned aside by Dave Riddick in this situation, and he was up to the task, standing tall and keeping the LA Kings in this game early in the third period. 5:15, so just after the Nashville Predators power play, the continued and sustained pressure by the Nashville Predators leads to Philip Forsberg getting his 24th goal of the season. It was jam at the other post, this time stoned by Riddick earlier in the second. This time at the other side of the net, he gets to the puck first and puts it bar down. No doubt with this one. Great job finishing off on the close-in play, as only a high-skilled player can do. His 24th goal of the season comes at the end of an incredibly long shift of pressure by the Nashville Predators. The hard work earned this goal. LA still has a 1-goal lead here in the third period, up 2-1, but the Preds are finally on the board, rewarded for their hard work. 6:14 of the third period. It's Dubois off the box. 2 minutes for hooky. Preds earning another power play with sustained pressure. We find O'Reilly then picking up a penalty. 2 minutes for high stick, and that's going to create a 4-on-4 for 1:43 seconds. So only 17 seconds of power play before that O'Reilly penalty. Then Fiala is off to the box. 2 minutes for holding. That creates a 4-on-3 for 29 seconds. Forsberg would hit the iron during the 4-on-3 situation. Then the Nashville Predators would find themselves on a power play, 5-on-4 traditional style, for 1 minute and 17 seconds. Riddick would come up with a save on the captain, Romagnosi, and then Tommy Novak would hit yet another post here in this game at the 13:20 mark of the third period. When we finally return to some 5-on-5 hockey, it's Lewis coming up with his 6th goal this season to give the LA Kings a 3-1 lead in this game. It's Byfield with the feed from behind the net while holding off Shen and making a physically imposing play against the Nashville Predators. The LA Kings have been largely shut down here in the third period. Lewis, though, is the beneficiary of Byfield's hard work and seemingly super strength, holding Luke Shen off the puck and then with one hand making a perfect pass to the slot area. Stick taps for that play to Byfield. The LA Kings now lead 3-1 at the 14:53 mark of the third period. The captain, Romagnosi, hits the post one more time, ringing iron for the Preds at 16:35 of the third period. It's Tomasino, his 7th goal. Novak to Yossi to Tomasino, tic-tac-toe to the back of the net after Antti Kopitar's turnover in the defensive zone. The LA Kings now lead 3-2 in this game, 17:55 of the third period. It's Riddick coming with a save on Tommy Novak at 18:51 of the third period. It's Kevin Fiala with his 13th goal of the season into the empty net, giving the LA Kings a 4-2 lead, and that would be your final. Shots on goal, Nashville Predators 40, LA 24, and for the Nashville Predators, if they had played this entire game the way they had played the third period, period, they would have had no problems winning this game, but they did not put that level of effort up. Third period, Big Save Dave does give up 2 goals, but he faced an onslaught and picks up the victory. UC Saros takes another loss, and the Nashville Predators find themselves out of a playoff spot for the first time in quite some time, and that's how they'll go into the All-Star break. A tough loss on home ice for the Nashville Predators. Got themselves behind in just an insurmountable lead to come back from. The Preds dropped this one to the LA Kings on home ice, 4-2, and headed into the All-Star break.